afternoon, everyone. Here we go. Cup collection day on the European Tour. How are we all this morning? I'm just finishing setting up. It was a late one last night, but we are ready. We are in, I think, just about. Morning, Malachi. Morning, Matthew. Hope you are good. Steve Lennon to win into Curious Tour Card. Morning, Alan. Snips on Twitch. How are we going? I'm a little bit tired. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm good. I'm good. Just getting things I need set up. How are we doing, Maximus? Good to have you in. Gathering Price, Danny Noppert up first this morning. Gathering Price has won the ball. Right, let me get things set up. I'm not going to lie, this morning I opted for extra 15 minutes in bed. But welcome along, everyone. Yeah, kudos to Alex Spellman, because going into the weekend, he had most on the line. Like, 4 of them already had World Championship spots guaranteed. He didn't. So yeah, absolute kudos to Alex Spellman. How are we doing? Jordan, hope you are good, mate. Hope you are good. I'm just... there we go, day 3. Afternoon, Megan, hope you are well. Danny Noppert on the stage. Right. I am watching it on PDC TV. How are we doing, Rob? Good to have you in, buddy. How are we doing, Sandra? Good afternoon. I think I'm almost there now. I think I'm almost set up, ready to go. Like I said, this morning I did opt for the extra 15 minutes in bed. Afternoon, Mrs. World. And here comes the Iceman, Gathering Price. Looked good yesterday. How are we doing, Chris? Good to have you in. Hope everyone is good. Price on the stage. I like it now that we all know his signature. Guan is part of his makeup. part of his DNA, and I like the fact that he does it as he gets on stage now as well. How we doing, Sonny? Hope you are good. So, match number 1. The Iceman Gerwin Price against the wrong one. Tennis, anyone? Where's darts? There we go. Who do you want to... I don't mind Jacob, to be fair. This, I think... Nadal versus Federer. Yeah, no, I don't mind as long as it's... as long as it's decent. How are we doing, George? Have Ricky Evans? No, but I'll take it. Price in control of leg 1 on his own throw at the moment. See the... Go on, so much in the pub. No, too many Gerwin prices have been... it's been great for darts. Look, Gezi is absolutely mustard for darts. How are we doing, Rob? Put the tennis back on. On online tennis. How are we doing, Tony? From Dublin. Amazing. Everyone knows my thoughts on Dublin. It is one of the best cities in the world. I love it to bits. Where else in Dublin are you from? Afternoon, Tom. How are we doing, Kay? Good to have you all in. Gerwin Price 1-0 to the good. Lucan. Not far from the City West area. Am I in the right kind of ballpark, Tony? Afternoon, Nico. Good to have you in. Gerwin Price is threatening the Danny Noppert throw at the moment. For the first time, questions being asked. Noppert not at the races at the moment. Going to have to up it and up it quickly. Ten minutes. I thought I recognised it, buddy. Noppert needs to fill this up and hope. He still needs to hope Gerwin Price misses 2 at tops. Normally so good for Gezi. And it is 2-0 to the Iceman. Do you think Matt Campbell can hold it? It's in the balance. It really is for Matt. He needs to win some games and win some quickly. Look, he's the one in all kinds of danger at the moment. Do you think Littler retains the... Look, Littler certainly has a massive chance. The way he's playing, it's going to take a special performance to beat him. The only thing I will say is, and it's just to an air of caution, only 3 people have ever defended this title, and that can't be overlooked. Look, is Luke incredible? Yes. Is he the best player in the world? Yes. Does he have everything to be an all-time great? Absolutely. But still, only 3 people have ever defended it. So, with that in mind, you have to be careful. Who's my prediction for the Worlds? Funny enough, that's in both chat rooms. Look, until the draw comes out, it's a tough one to boldly predict. But like I said yesterday, I think there's only a handful of people that can win it. So it'll be interesting. The draw is massive. Gellman Price 3-0 to the good. But if you're asking me now, Luke, Gezi, definitely. Look, let's see what version of if we get the version of MVG from Amsterdam, can he win it? Yes. If we get the version where at the moment his head is all over the place, and rightfully so, he's going through an awful lot of way, then no. So that'll be interesting. I'd love so, but he ain't. I fell asleep in the second quarter final. I stayed up. I watched it all. It was a brilliant show from the CDC. Congratulations to Alex Spellman, who is going to Ali Pali. He's going to the Grand Slam. So congratulations to the Jackal. What big names are going to... So, wait a minute, let's... I always have to check because the criteria is just all over the place. Let me have a look. Jordan, how are we doing? Last suspect, hope you are good. The draw for the Worlds is Monday the 24th of November. Does Littler retain the Grand Slam? He has a great opportunity to, yes. So, qualified for the Grand Slam at the moment. Gellman Price 4-0 up now. He's averaging 103. He's doing an absolute number here on Danny Noppert. So, qualified for the Grand Slam already. Luke Littler, Luke Humphries, Michael Van Gerwen, Josh Rock, Daryl Gurney, Martin Lukeman, James Wade, Johnny Clayton, Gerwin Price, Jan van Veen, Jurgen van der Velde, Cam Crabtree, Lisa Ashton, Bo Greaves, Alexis Toilo, Alex Spellman, Stephen Bunting, Nathan Aspinall, Gary Anderson, Martin Schindler. They have all qualified at the moment. The final automatic qualifiers or qualifying positions are as follows. The European Championship winner and the European Championship runner-up. The Challenge Tour Order of Merit winner. The winner of this. And then we've got the qualifier as well. No Kevin Dukes or Callum Ridge in the Grand Slam yet. So yeah, that's the state of play at the moment for the Grand Slam of darts. Danny Noppert, he may get the chance to get a leg on the board here. Yeah, look, he's probably going to have to go and either get to the final this week, or next weekend, sorry, or come through the qualifier. Are the European Tour winners guaranteed to make the stand? Yeah, it looks like it, Paul, because of Luke Littler, Luke Humphrey's dominance elsewhere. The PDC released the guaranteed graphic, and all the other European Tour winners were on it. So yes, it looks that way. Danny Noppert back-to-back legs, 2-4. He trails. I'll have a look in a second, Jacob. What time did the CDC finish? I got to bed about 20 past 5, Rob. Noppert to win. Hey, Mobby's got a big comeback, but yeah, he can do it. Do you think the PDC need to address the amount of excessive autographs players signed during walk-ons? It does. That's down to the players if they want to sign them or not. Late one, yeah. It was worth it though, Rob. It was really good. I don't know if anyone's seen it or watched the highlights, but in the final, Spellman was 5-1 down. David Cameron was sat on tops, I think it was, and Alex Spellman took out a stunning 1-4-6, and from there, Cameron never won another leg. The Iceman is just making hard work of it. Danny Noppert. Look, going prices, his levels have not dropped here. Going price is still averaging 102. However, Danny Noppert has upped his levels. He's averaging all but a ton, 99.98 at the moment. So this is more about Noppert producing than going price not. Yeah, look, he should have won that leg, agreed, but this is brilliant from Danny Noppert. Let's have that right. What website is this? This is a website that I've got access to. But if you want something very, very similar, let me give you this mob. This takes a feed from what I'm using. Mr. Spellman is in the house. Congratulations, my friend. Well done last night. I was just telling everyone about your stunning 1-4-6 last night. Danny Noppert is level at 4-all. Again, Price's average is not faltered whatsoever here. Who already back, really appreciate dedication to the game. Just landed home and looking forward to hitting my bet. Christ, were you on the first flight out this morning, buddy? Or did you? Or was there a late flight? But honestly, mate, congratulations. It was amazing. The Jackal heading back to Wolverhampton, heading to Wolverhampton for the first time, and back to Alexandra Palace. The big fish here from Price. $72 when he returns. Yeah, Alex raced home because he wanted to watch the unbelievable European Tour action. But kudos to all involved from the CDC over the weekend. It was great to be able to watch the incredible action from North America. Both days packed full of good darts, and look, North America is going to be a hotbed. That there is no doubt. How do you think Spurs? I think Liverpool win. Spurs, I don't know. Going Price is closing in on victory. And again, it's just a very solid performance from Going Price. He's not dropped below that 102 mark. And Danny Noppert has missed a dart to send us. So are we going all the way? We are. The first time Danny Noppert's average is over the ton mark as well. Let's go and get Gezi. Massive 140. Do you think Aspinall will win today? And Snake Bite. Oh, this is a good game. I think Aspinall beats Lennon. And I think Cameron Menzies is a coin toss game with Peter Wright. I think it could go either way. Price leaves tops, but will he get a go? Will he get a go? Oh, Danny Noppert has missed a match start. This has been a really good game. And Going Price has missed 3 match starts. And Danny Noppert has beaten the Iceman. Price, that the average hasn't dropped below a ton the whole time. But Danny Noppert from 4-0 down wins it 6-5. How we doing, salesman? Hope you are good, my friend. I see Rapid Ricky Evans is defrosting. Yep, Christmas is round the corner. To be fair, Price couldn't have put it any more. They're on the wire. Danny Noppert is a serious player. How we doing, John? Good to have you in. I said either one of the Welsh boys. That Johnny is still in, so I won't change my mind. He's up next, and he's got Van Veen, so that's a tough one. Van Veen has won the ball. Yeah, Danny is playing really well at the moment. Yeah, great match. Look, they've both averaged over the ton. Is Noppert the most underrated player on tour? Quite possibly, yes. Look, he is playing incredible darts. Just seen Bo's darts are on sale. Yeah, they've been on sale a couple of weeks. Malachi, they were launched on the day of the Target launch. Thing is, I just think that's kind of the benchmark. So, Van Veen against Clayton. What are we all saying, everyone? This should be an absolute belter. Yes. Look, my bad. I kind of even forgot that was on. My apologies. So, just a quick remember. Rob Cross, Dave Chisnall hanging on. If Chisnall wins, he will go dark green. So the Women's Series quarter-finals are underway. Angela Kirkwood 2-0 up on Aoife McCormack. Good to see Aoife back playing after the birth of her first child. So great to see Aoife back. Fallon Sherrick 3-0 up on Rhiannon O'Sullivan. Bo Greaves 3-2 up on Lisa Ashton. And Gemma Hayter 4-1 up on Vicky Pruin. Gary Anderson did say at the start of the tournament Noppert was one of the most... Yeah, he did. And he's right as well that Gary is. He's Noppert is playing superbly at the moment. So yeah, that's the Women's Series quarter-final results at the moment. We've got about 20 seconds till pitchers return. Yeah, underrated in terms of no one ever really talks about him. No one says, oh, he's playing well or he could win it. So, yeah, he may be 10 in the world rankings, and rightfully so, but I think he is underrated when we're talking about players and so on. Pictures are back. Gerwin Price, a front nine average of 115, Noppert 104. So, the number 6 seed is out. Van Veen now looking to dump another Welshman. Gemma Hayter has beaten Vicky Pruin 5-1. Bo Greaves 105 average, a 5-2 winner over Lisa Ashton. No, look, Van Veen is the one you kind of look at and go, could he gate crash the Premier League? How are you watching it? PDC TV, Harrison. You can buy a day pass or buy a year's membership. Yeah, good. I like that. I like that, Rob. I like that. I don't know, but I would guess so. No, I've not seen them yet, no. Right, well, Johnny walks on. Everyone, I'm just going to just pop into the loo. Got to go all the way down the stairs. Back in a sec. And we are back in the room. Van Veen is taking the opener. Welcome one and all. Good afternoon, mate. Hope you are good. 2-0, Gaan Van Veen leads. Fallon Sharrock whitewashed Rihanna Sullivan. Cheers, cheers, Junior. Thank you very much. Aoife McCormack fighting back against Angela Kirkwood. Still trails 2-4. Cheers, Claire. I watched Conference Cup in America last night. Look, I thought there was some really good stuff, John, at times. Look, is it going to be the massive 100+ averages we see? No. Was there some really good darts for me? Yeah. There was the biggest one, John, was the 146 he took out in the final. That was that put him back to 5-2, the 146 when Cameron was sat on tops. Yeah, Johnny, not happening at the moment. Afternoon, Ken. Good to have you in, buddy. Van Veen looking at double 12. For a 3-0 lead, and it is there. Van Veen is flying right now. Johnny Clayton is not. Is this Gaan Van Veen's time? He's been so close. Beaten in a couple of finals. Yeah, John, it's going to cost him as well. Angela Kirkwood completes the semi-final lineup in event number 23 on the Women's Series. Semi-finals will be Bo against Fallon, Angela Kirkwood against Gemma Hayter. Oh, Johnny. The old 162. Are we up or down first? Well done, DFC. 4-0 Van Veen leads. But remember, Johnny, it's not all doom and gloom. Going Price was 4-0 up. And Danny Noppert found a way back in. It can be done. So again, ouch. Johnny threatening the Van Veen throw here. Look, it's still a long way back. Peter Wright to take the trophy for this tournament now. That would be great to see. Yeah, it would. 4-0. Can he can. Look, Van Veen is still a massive favourite and you would expect him to get the job done. But Johnny has to get something to build on. If Van Veen pins the ball, does he pin it? No, he doesn't. So Johnny, but this 68 will have to go. I don't see him coming back from 5. Tops one dart. And he misses. That may be all she wrote. There's 2 darts at 888 for a 5-0 lead. And it does go. Johnny Clayton is at the point of no return. Has to win 6 on the spin. Unlikely at the moment, but we like unlikely. Van Veen has played beautifully here. Absolutely beautifully. And it's looking like the bagel is going to be served. Nothing Johnny can do. I see we've got laugh out loud, professional my arse, seen Jam beat at MODUS, Clayton's pish. Not quite sure you understand darts. Johnny Clayton is ranked 5th in the world, I think. Van Veen into the top 16 in the world for the first time. Oh, sorry, 6th. My apologies. With 500,000 on the ranking, that's not pish. But anyone can get beat. It happens. One result doesn't make you shit. At some point, he will get beat 6-0. It will happen. We've seen Humphreys get beaten 6-0. He's world number 1. We've seen Michael van Gerwen get beat 6-0. He's world number 3. It happens in sport. Semi-finals of the Women's Series warming up. Van Veen misses match darts. Johnny Clayton to edge another leg back. And the other thing, it's a good job dart players are self-employed then, because they can't get sacked. Johnny Clayton is out. Jan van Veen seals victory. Coming up after the break, Nathan Aspinall. Remember, Steve Lennon is one of the players that can still potentially gate crash the European Championships. Look, he would have to win the event, but it is still on. Also, look, if Steve Lennon could somehow win this event, he'd possibly keep his tour card as well. But a really good performance from Jan van Veen. Yeah, Rob, how dare they miss? How dare darts not be perfect? This could be the time for Van Veen. Remember, the final European Tour of the year. It would be a nice way for Van Veen to cap his year with a title. Has he lost in? I know he lost in one. He lost to Van Gogh in Munich, and he lost in one last year as well, I think. So. It wasn't 6-0, but he won a leg. So Van Veen will play Noppert next. We are guaranteed to have a Dutchman in the semi-final. Aspinall has won the ball as well. So Aspinall will throw first against Lennon. Remember, the potential draw for Dortmund is, quite frankly, bonkers. Are you? No, I've not had a bet yet today. Nothing I really fancy. Team news is out. What's he done? So, United. I don't think so. I think Liverpool win. Right. What's he done? Vicario in goal. Porro, Spence, Romero, Van der Ven. Back four, as you'd expect. Paulinho, Bentancur, then Odebear, Tell, Javi and Kudos. Okay. On the bench, Kinsey, Danso, Richarlison, Gray, Birdvale, Johnson, Sarr, Mawani, both. Okay. Could have been worse. Yeah, Oda Bear's starting, Rob. I'd like to have seen Birdveld in there, but got pictures are back, so we are getting ready for Lennon against Aspinall. When Doggy out of favour, he's not out of favour, Rob. The issue is he didn't have a pre-season, and it was quite a serious injury. So I just think they're managing expectation at the moment. And the fact that Jed Spence is playing really well as well. But no, they're just managing that return to full capacity for Ndoggy. Well, for this game, I think Aspinall wins. No, so I had an okay day yesterday. I'm glad I've got 5 transfers coming up there, Rob, because Eze's got to go. Eze's your secret crush stop line. Not in FPL, 100% not. He got taken off after 68 minutes or whatever. He's got time for him to go. To be fair, I did alright last year, so I'm invested again this year. I've never hidden from the players that I like. Anyone that watches the stream will know that I get on really well with Gary, Michael, Luke, Gezi, Johnny, Nathan. You got a feel for Big Ange, 100%. Get the pictures up. We're just prepping a website piece once we know the love them singing after Love It Nice. Aspinall getting us underway. He has the darts. He's played beautifully so far this weekend, Nathan Aspinall. looking to back it up again here. Can he win his third Euro Tour event of the year? He's making strides here, that's for sure. Look, Marinakis just needs to have a look at himself. That you can't go from one style of play to another, like completely polar opposites, and expect it to work in 5 games. What's Peter like to talk to? Peter's great. Peter's great to talk to. Yeah, I jinxed it, Teresa. Jinxed it. 1-0 Nathan Aspinall leads. Sorry, I forget it's there. You get on well with Van Veen. Yeah, get on really well with Van Veen. Gezi was unlucky. He was. Yeah, I need to tweak my setup so I've got the YouTube chat room and the TikTok chat room in the same place. They're in 2 different places at the moment. It's my apologies. Yeah, no, Van Veen's a really, really good one. Cheers, Ryan. Thank you very much. It's a good response here, though, from Steve Lennon. Who do I think will get the photo? Aren't they in advanced talks with Sean Dyche? 180. How we doing? Nicholas, hope you're good. Levels up, 1-all. Good from Steve Lennon. One, 3, 4, Aspinall. Good from him here. Again, everyone on TikTok, welcome along. Make sure you drop us a follow and like the stream. Also on YouTube, if you haven't yet, drop us a like. And subscribe, of course. The Newcastle fan on TalkSport last night had a right meltdown, started off talking about the Brian Cahill. And that guy was a melt. Fair enough, Spoonie. Look, this season is a bit bonkers so far. Aspinall just doing what he has to here. What's my Spurs prediction? I want Spurs to win. I'm just not sure at the moment. There are too many questions for me. How are we doing, Millionaire Shortbread? Hope you are good, buddy. Hope you are good. I'm not sure. Did Richarlison go away on international duty? Because if he did, obviously the South Americans always get back late. How we doing, Jason? Good to have you in, buddy. Nijman prediction. Oh, it's a tough game against Wattimena. Should be a good game though. Over on... it depends what the 180 line is. The business... Simon Jordan gets the business side of anything. I appreciate that he doesn't know the inner workings of the sport. But the business side he gets. You can ask a serious question. Yeah, exactly, Rob. That's one of the best features we ever switched on. Nathan Aspinall averaging 106 again. This is very, very good. How are we doing, Jonathan? Hope you are good. Aspinall closing in on victory here. I'm good, mate. A little bit tired, but okay. Lennon just needs something to stop this Aspinall charge. It's 3 legs on the spin for the Asp. Oh yeah, I would hate catching up. Not used to. I remember staying up for like big fights in Vegas and so on, where were always easier, but now it's like staying up, it's like, ugh. My question is that did Wessel... No, yeah, he did. Wessel was charged. Wessel served a 2.5-year suspension for his mistake. He completed all the necessary educational process after his ban. So he has... He's served a suspension for it, and he's not only has he been educated, he's also helped in the education of youngsters. So I'm good with it. I see the tennis guy got 6 million for winning in Selby. Oh, wow! Yeah, that's incredible. I don't think darts will be that much, but how's it going, Reese? I am good, mate. How are you? Chaos is in the TikTok chat. Hope you are good, buddy. Good to have you in. Yeah, Bo beat Fallon 5-3. Gemma Hayter 4-3 up on Angela Kirkwood. Look, people can change. People don't know the circumstances behind why it happened in the first place. There are different circumstances. I'm not saying any circumstances are right, by the way, but I'm just saying there are different circumstances to every case. Can't see how Bo... I can't wait to see how Bo does as well. Aspinall 1 away from victory here. Steve Lennon averaged 92.5, which is still decent, but I think this will put... So yeah. This will turn Rob Cross dark green. Would I take Spence the World Cup? 100%. Would he be backup or would he start? I'm not saying he's... Obviously, we know he's a right back, but we're playing at left back. I think there's a chance he starts at left back for England. Nathan Aspinall sat on 8 unless Steve Lennon can take out the big fish, which he will not. And Aspinall seals victory. We'll just let Dart Ranking catch up. Yes, Rob Cross is fallen over the line. He goes to Dortmund. I think Bo could win a Pro Tour next year. 100%, Reese. I think Bo could win a Pro Tour. I can't wait to see her on the Euro Tour as well. So, Dave Chisnall, the only way the Chizzy Rascal will not be going to Dortmund is if Ricky Evans wins the tournament. So it'll either be Chizzy or Ricky that takes the final place. I hope Livramento and Lewis Hall are back from injury in time. Look, I think Livramento and Hall are both really good fullbacks. I think the problem for Livramento is we've got a lot of right backs, and I know he can play left back as well, but that's the problem. He's got a lot in front of him. I'm still raging over Ian White's performance at the Unicorn launch. How we doing, Darts Anonymous? Good to have you in, buddy. Hope you're having a good weekend. How's life? Rapid Ricky Nijman or Wattimena. Look, Wattimena will be favourite. He played sensational yesterday. But don't write off Wessel. But I think Wattimena is rightfully favourite. Pick a winner. I'm going to go Wessel. I'm good, mate. I'm good. It's been a long stint. It's just been so busy. So looking forward to Elaine tomorrow morning. But yeah, other than that, mate, that if I'm tired, it's because it's busy. So busy is good. But yeah, no, it's all good, mate. It's all good. Just getting ready for Dortmund this coming week. Sure, yeah, a lot of people have said that. I'll take it. Look, Ricky's a good lad. I don't mind that. So, Aspinall getting ready for this evening. Can he add a third Euro Tour title as his quest to get back into the top 16 and beyond? Nijman has won the ball. Can Aspinall, can Wattimena produce those levels that he got to yesterday against James Wade? Because they were very good. I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a close game. So we've got about 2 minutes till pictures return. Wessel has won the ball. So, what's everyone got planned for the rest of the weekend then? Anything interesting? Nothing else in there. Because, lovely. Thank you very much. So, remember, one place in Dortmund remains. It will either be Ricky Evans or it will be Dave Chisnall. However, there are still some other things to be settled. Although we may know the 32 soon, it's where they will all end up in the draw because there could still be some movement of who plays whose. How we doing, Kevin? Good to have you in, buddy. Pictures are back. Nice. My weekend is over for 11:20 in Sydney. Working again in the morning. Ouch, buddy. Ouch. Hope everything is all good though. Nathan Aspinall's front nine average, 118.54. That is very good from Asp. Very good indeed. Here we go. Match number 4 of 8. Wattimena taking on Nijman. Then Cameron Menzies, Peter Wright, Duijvenbode, Martin Schindler, Ricky Evans, Dave Chisnall. And to end the session, it will be Rapid Ricky Evans against Ryan Joyce. Swiss Phil back on the stage. So here we go. Time for a bit of summer of 69 first. Where is Wessel on the tour card race? I want to see where he's going to end up. Yeah, so provisionally Wessel is into the top 32 in the world for the first time. Not at the Grand Slam yet. Remember, he was unlucky at last year's Grand Slam. Played some incredible darts, but just came up short. I like Wessel. Ice cold on the walk-on. Been stuck indoors with a chest infection for over a week. Oh, I hope you're all right, John. Chest infection doesn't sound good, but glad you are watching along with us. Wessel on the stage. Do you think James Wade is going to get a Premier League spot? At the moment, yes, I do. I think if I'm picking it right now, James would 100% be in. No, I appreciate we still have the European Championships, the Grand Slam, the Players' Championship finals, and of course the World Championships, which will have a massive say on it. But if you're picking it right now, I think it's an easy 8 to pick. I don't think many people wouldn't have Luke, Michael, Stephen Bunting, Gerwin Price, Johnny Clayton, James Wade and Josh Rock. Get my iPad set up ready for the football. And Jermaine is now on the stage. The nuke is guaranteed to be seeded 4. Yeah, no one can catch him. Littler's guaranteed to be seeded 4. Swap Van Veen for Wade all day. Look, I'd love Van Veen to be in there, but he's going to have to produce on the big stage. So yeah, right, the only seeds that are 100% locked are Luke Littler cannot be budged from position 4, and Stephen Bunting cannot be budged from position 3. The only way Luke Humphreys gets bumped out of that ridiculous quarter is if Van Veen wins the event. If it stays like Littler, Dobie, Wade, De Decker, Humphreys, Barney, Anderson, Menzies, quarter 2 is absolutely blimmin' brutal. Love that, Ken, love that. Jermaine threatening the Western Ironman throw early doors here. Cool. I hadn't scrolled that far down. Yeah, absolutely. I'd only got the top 10 in front of me. But yeah, good shout, Spoonie. Jermaine breaks in leg 1, 15 darts, gives him the ton average. Looking like Wattimena is in complete control here. So if Van Veen wins the event, he's in Littler's quarter. Yes, he will be. I'm not sure if that's what he wants or not, but it's what will happen. 2-0, Wattimena leads, and he's averaging 110 again. It is very, very good. Nijman's averaging 108, doing very little. Yeah, he'll be like, oh, not him again. But he's been away on holiday, I think. He was in on Friday, but he's been away on holiday. Nijman, again, his throw is under pressure. Not really punished though. He needs this leg. Yeah, look, he's absolutely mustard here. But Wessel just needs something to go at, and that's a good setup from Wessel. but there is pressure on it. That's good from Wessel. Very good, because Wattimena had asked the question, did not need or want to go a double break of throwdown, and hasn't. But Nijman not making any headway on the Wattimena throw here, which is the issue. What a setup from Wattimena to leave tops. Looking very, very good here for a 3-1 lead and halfway to the quarterfinals. Will Aspinall end up the number 1 seed? Right now, for him not to be, Martin Schindler would need at least a final, probably have to win the event. Again, the pressure from Wattimena. He's averaging just shy of 107 at the moment. And there's a potential double break incoming. Because he goes 180. Right, sorry, I keep forgetting. Is Mick McGowan the second or third? I'm guessing we're talking Irish players. It's I need to change I need to work out a way that I can have the TikTok chat and my YouTube chat together, because at the moment they're like that. For 4-1, Wattimena leads. He's averaging 110. For 4-1, Wattimena is averaging 110. It's an interesting. Wattimena is a really interesting case study, I think, because I remember when he lost all that weight and he looked incredible for losing it, but his game went to shit, and he's openly said that he's put the weight back on because he wanted to be good at darts again. It's an interesting case study. I think Simon Hooper's okay, mate. Daz, he's. I feel sorry for the shit referees get. remember, they get one look at it. They get one look at everything. Hard to be healthy on the tour. Yeah, no, it is, but look, it can be done. I look at the 108 is brilliant. Luke Humphreys is and Gezi now are great examples how you can do it, where Luke has his meal prep and so on. So it can be done, but you've got to be disciplined. You're part of the refs union. I still think that VAR does the referees no favours whatsoever, Rob, at the moment. And I actually quite liked that Jared Gillett went to the screen yesterday and went, "No, I'm sticking with my original decision." And I actually thought it was a good call. Was he going away from goal? Yes. Was it a definite goal-scoring opportunity? I don't think it was. I loved the fact that Gerard Gillett stuck to his guns yesterday. Have you ever played a pro? Yeah, I've played a few of them. Not successfully, but yeah. What an enjoyable way to get to darts to eat loads of Look, but like I say, that there is a way of being healthy on tour, but you have to be disciplined, and that discipline being the key word in that. Bo does win. No chance. Spurs, no. I remember the one where Roy Carroll basically scoops the ball out the back of the net, Rob. The giveaway for that was the fact he's hitting the back of the net as he scoops it. Wattimena closing in on victory here. I remember, I think, that is sensational from Wattimena. He's averaged 111 and he's taken out 137 to win it. The machine gun is on fire at the moment. Phil, the German crowd are absolute. He didn't know, did he? Look, this whole crab thing, look, it's here. It's part of the sport. It's not going to change. Anyway, I was going back to, I'm sure Simon Hooper was refereed Spurs Man City, not last year, the season before, perhaps, when he made the right call in giving the foul, but he should have played the advantage because City were on the counter-attack. And look, was it a mistake? Yes. But the whole game, I thought he actually had a really good game. And he's made one mistake in 90 minutes and got crucified for it. What I mean is much better. What the fuck was that? Right. Wessel has averaged 95. Wessel's done nothing. Wessel's averaged 95 there. Do you see what I mean of winning a major? No. Look, can he? Yes. But I need to see this performance regularly on TV from him, and that's the thing we haven't seen. Look, has Jermaine been incredible on the floor? Yes. Is he getting better and better and better on the Euro Tour? 100%. But we need to see these performances on the big stages now. Again, Connor, stop being an absolute twat. Nathan Aspinall was becoming more watchable about that stop-starting bullshit. He had dartitis. That was his mechanism to get the darts to the board. Do you think he wanted to stop-start? No. But he had to, so just stop being an absolute dick. He made Euro, but that was the one-off, Nicholas. That's the anomaly. And for me to go, yes, I think he can do it consistently, I need to see more of that. I need to see him making quarterfinals regularly and so on. He can't help it, it's his nature. Connor, if you say one more daft thing, I am going to give you a strategic timeout to go and give your head a wobble. It was his coping mechanism to get the darts out of his hand. Did he do it deliberately? No. But I still see big performances from Price. Look, I'm being honest. At the moment, I'm not convinced. I feel this year's World's expanded version. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing the expanded format. I think it'll be good. I need to do a social post. The forfeit yesterday will be referred to the DRA. Remember, the PDC don't hand out punishments. It's the DRA that does it. Will it be referred 100%? The same as every other game that isn't played that is meant to be is referred to the DRA, and then once it is, the DRA will collect evidence, will collect statements and so on, and a decision will be made. Right. That one there. got that. No, let's go back to there. Pictures are back. Wattimena's front 9 average, 114. Sensational. So here we go, the all-Scottish game, game number 5. Snakebite Peter Wright taking on the maverick Scotsman that is Cameron Menzies. And I've got to say, the first 2 games we've seen from Cameron Menzies, his composure has been right up there when other walk-ons. Now, Swiss Phil is bringing them to the stage. I feel like Menzies has really picked... Yeah, I've been impressed with him. Menzies' worst walk-on in darts. No, it's not my favourite, but it's not the. There's some shockers. Dirk, Barry Van Peer, anything involving that shite. Yeah, agree, Johnny, it does. Throw 23 or 24. I'm throwing 24s at the moment. But I can throw 22, 23, 24. I can throw them all badly. Thing is, can Wattimena do on a cold, wet night in Stoke? That is the question. It's the question you have to ask anyone. Can they do it on a cold, wet night in Stoke? When Tony Pulis is launching the long throw-in in the freezing cold. So here we go. Players are on stage. Practice darts are in hand. And we are ready to go. I think it'll be a good game. I really do. I'm in Stoke. Like that, Jason, like that? Yeah, oh. That's what I mean. Don't get me wrong. Menzies isn't my favourite, but it's not the worst. 180. Players are on the stage. Players are throwing if you look at the screen. Bring back Stoke v Arsenal rivalry. I bought PDCT for the Players' Championships and didn't realise there was 2 weeks left. That you can watch the Euro. So yeah, but Tom, there's also, look, that runs for 12 months, so you'll get it for another 12 as well. And if you've got a VPN, you can probably watch more. Did I say that out loud? Peter Wright is threatening a break or throw here. Is he stuck with the darts he played with yesterday? Looks like he switched darts from yesterday. Yeah, it's great value, Tom. I need Peter to go for a double so I can get a zoom on his darts. I think he switched from yesterday. Peter Wright does break in leg one. Now he's going for a double. I'm just having a look. I think he's changed darts. Yes, he has. I'm not sure what they are, but they're not the Paradigm darts he was throwing yesterday. But he does lead 1-0. He's averaging 106 here. This is very, very good from Snakey. 180. What app are you watching it on? I am watching it on Bet Radar, but if you go to the PDC website, there's a section that says live score. You can watch the live scores there, or you can subscribe to watch the live action on PDC TV. Who do you like more, Chisnall or I like both of them, to be fair. Phil, who's your guilty pleasure? I love a boy band. Love singing along to a boy band. NSYNC, probably. Sorry everyone, I just need to do the social post again. I'm not ignoring people. Peter Wright missed a chance there. Menzies steps in. Right, where were we? Littler Humphreys quarterfinal. Yeah, it's looking that way. Peter Wright will be kicking himself. He should be 2-0 in front. He's not. He's 1-1. Adrian Lewis from Stoke as well. He is. Peter Dunn, I don't care what Darcy, as long as they work for you. Yeah, to a point. Only one day, right. We'll find and discover the perfect set. Look, the perfect setup, the perfect dart doesn't exist. Yep, European Championships next weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. $180. Peter Wright is third max in 3 legs. Scoring phase. So good from Snakey. (2-1) Peter Wright leads. Can Peter Wright defend this title? It would take some doing, but he's playing well here. Yeah, that's what I mean. The perfection in this sport doesn't exist. So do we still have 4 majors before the end of the season? Yep, so in terms of the PDC calendar, TV events, we have the European Championships this weekend. Then the Grand Slam starts on the 9th of November. I think it is. If the Saturday's the 9th, it's the 9th. Then the Players' Championship Finals, and then the World Championships. Peter Wright, averaging 104. This is good from Snakey. Saturday the 8th, as it's my birthday. I couldn't remember if it was the 8th or the 9th, but I knew it was that Saturday, whichever one it was. Bullseye for a 126. Menzies 117 is not going to go. So Peter Wright will get a look for 3-1. Double 19 straight for it. 3-1 Peter Wright leads. Cameron Menzies is going to have to up it here. Has there been has someone got injured in the Spurs warm-up? I don't like that because Danzo is now on the pitch. Yeah, Christian Romero injured in the warm-up. Ooh, I don't like that. Menzies in control of this leg. $104 for Menzies. It's only a hold. It's a good finish from Menzies. Just open up the Spurs game. And, what, Michael Owen on Sky? Whoa. Surely not. No, Bill Leslie and Andy Hinchcliffe on Sky. Peter Wright needs to respond here. I might not be watching the Sky Fairs. Cameron Menzies looking to break back here. He's putting pressure on the right throw. .160, and Menzies will get a look at it. The setup is brilliant from Wright, but he may not get a go. Menzies looking to break back, and he's missed. Peter Wright survives a break-back opportunity, and now Stakey for 4-2. Looking at tops, Menzies has had his chance, and it is 4-2. Phil, do you think we'll ever see Marcus Swift get back to his best? Yeah, I do. That there were signs at the last Pro Tour that he was getting there. I remember when we spoke to him, he still was having treatment and so on. So yeah, I think he will. I'd say that there were signs at the last Pro Tour that he was going in the right direction. Phil, you had a week at the Grand Prix sitting on the stream of the heart. You had a week at the Grand Prix and then sitting on 6 out of 7 day streams. Why do your mates on the Fallout bar? It's what we do, Ian. It's what we do. Look, providing you guys with content is superb. Remember, the live lounge tomorrow. Plenty to discuss and talk about. Also, not got confirmed dates yet, but a couple of big name players have said they'll come on the live lounge. Just need to try and make dates work for them. But when I say big stars, I'm talking about real big names. So Menzies looking at tops to hold and cut that gap once more, and that's what he does. But Peter Wright still in control. One 0 Tottenham. Go on. Why the PDC leaving Hildesheim? I'm not sure. Look, that with the European Tour events and so on, and there's always going to be some rotation, and if they can find better venues that work, then superb. The other thing as well is Hildesheim, not the easiest place to get to. The scorer, Benson Kerr, I'm not sure who got the assist. Who you got? I think Liverpool win. Real big name as whose dad is often in the chat room. No, look, I'm still working on that one. Look, I'm sure if I speak nicely to Luke, he would come on. But the other two that have said they will come on are huge names in the sport. Just need to work out dates that they can do and so on. Because obviously, there's always a lot going on in darts. Peter Wright leaves top. Oh, he's offside. Five, 3, Peter Wright. Yeah, he looks offside. The day you get Van Veen's been on the live lounge before, and look, I'm sure he'd come back on as well. No, Rob, it's 1-0. We scored a second, but the second was ruled out. I think Rob Paulinia got the assist for the first goal. Peter Wright. All eyes on the next leg. I feel like I'm going to float. Yeah, London, it is absolutely... To be fair, let me have a look out the window. It was absolutely pissing it down here. And still is. I'm in the south of the UK and it is absolutely pissing it down. Get Gary Anderson on the live lounge. Well, you never know. How we doing, Lorraine? Afternoon, Phil. Sorry, can you let me know how many matches? I mean, Cameron Menzies just made it 4-5. So far, Danny Noppert beat Gerwin Price in a last leg decider. Jan van Veen did a number on Johnny Clayton. Nathan Aspinall, another impressive performance to beat Steve Lennon. Jermaine Wattimena was mesmerising in beating Wessel Nijman. On screen now, Cameron Menzies against Peter Wright. Still to come, Dirk van Duijvenbode against Martin Schindler. Ricky Evans against Dave Chisnall. And to round off the session, Ryan Joyce against Christoph Ratajski. I hope that helps. Big visit here gets Menzies back in this game. Have you interviewed Dylan Slevin before? Yeah, at the Worlds last year. Nice lad. Whip round, Phil. Okay. Remember, the Christmas decorations will be going up soon. There will be a tree in the office. There's Grim here as well. Only an hour and a half from you, Phil. Yeah, Tom. Yeah, it's yeah, not great. Wright leaves tops. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. So Peter Wright tops for a place in the quarterfinals. Tens. Doesn't want to give Menzies a look at 76. And Peter Wright completes a 6-4 victory. Snaky is doing well. Producing. I'll let that update in a minute. That puts him above Damon Hatter in the European Championship standings. There we go. He's up to 22. Is anyone else now locked? No. Still plenty of movement there. It's sunny and dry here in South Island. Nice. What do you make of Hearts going 4 points after Celtic? Look, I know they were losing. I didn't realise 5 points ago. Look. It's no surprise. Derek McInnes is a proven manager in that league, and he's getting the best out of his team. Grim up north as usual. Whereabouts are you up north, Simon? Thanks, Phil. Looks like a Dutch takeover. Yeah, look, it was good from Snaky. Yeah, look, Peter. Look, we've seen that the good performances are still within Peter, but especially over the last year, we've had good performance, drop off, good performance, drop off, and so on. But that's back-to-back good performances there from Peter Wright. Dirk has won the ball against Martin Schindler. Remember, last night, Dirk van Duijvenbode could not miss. Bolton, cool. Used to love the UK Open at the Reebok. Will Dirk make it a clean sweep? Look, he's playing. He was mustard yesterday. Bolton here as well. Nice. I still call it the Reebok. I'm not sure what it's called now, but it'll always be the Reebok. Afternoon, James. Good to have you in. I am well, mate. How are you? Always a pleasure, my friend. Who do you think wins the next one? I think Dirk wins. How are we doing now? Pleasure, mate. Wright admitted he swapped his darts. Cool, yeah. I thought so. My wife put a pedal down power of Josh Rock to win the UK Open this year. What was she thinking? Look, Josh is more than capable of winning, but look, the UK Open is the hardest tournament to try and have a bet on because you can't plot anyone's route to the final. Sitting in a bar in Portugal again. Love that. Tough Sheet Stadium. Is that what it's called? It'll always be the Reebok. Look, James is just a very, very good player. An elite. Look, he will go down as one of the best. Like ever. Bo and Fallon have been cooking up treats for the last... Yeah, look, they have been absolutely superb. Look, Bo has obviously won all 3 events, but the finals against Fallon were unbelievable games. I want to be sitting down in a bar in Portugal. I haven't been to Portugal for a long, long time. I love the Apex spread. Yeah. To be fair, I've nicked it from wrestling because obviously they, I know Randy Orton's the Viper, but they also call him the Apex Predator. But it's so true. It fits him brilliantly. We've got about 2 minutes till pictures return. No, it was no. I put my hands up. I stole it, but it does fit him so well. You guys are absolutely smashing it today. Remember, if you are new here, make sure you drop us a like and subscribe. Just a couple of questions, Phil, maybe 3. With the women's series, what's the race for the Grand Slam and World Championships looking like? And what does Littler need to be to... So, the women at the Grand Slam will be Bo and Lisa Ashton. Bo finishing top of the Order of Merit and Lisa winning the Women's World Match Play. So they are your 2 ladies that will be at the Grand Slam. In terms of the Women's Series places, I think, obviously, Fallon... So, at the Worlds, we'll Bo for finishing top, Fallon second, Lisa for the world match play, and she's third. Noah Lynn, but again, chat room, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think because Bo has got a spot through the Challenge Tour, the Dev Tour, that Gemma Hayter will also be in the Worlds. I think. Let me... Yeah, Joe, I believe so. That's why I didn't want to... So, let me have a look. Yeah, Bo Greaves takes the development tour place with Owen Bates, Charlie Manby and Jamal van der Heck. Lisa Ashton, Women's World Match Play winner. Fallon Sherrock, runner-up. So, third and fourth. But because Lisa is third, it will get... Yeah. So, yeah, I think Gemma is also going to the Worlds, which is great to see the ladies' talent going to Ali Pally. And also, Luke, he could go world number 1 next weekend. Do you think if King Charles wore a Luke Littler shirt at the European Championships, he could bring a few new fans in? I love that. I'd love to see a Spurs-Arsenal semi-final. Or nothing will beat the 91 semi-final when Gazza put it past David Seaman from 30 yards. Or do you think Keane holds on to his world spot? Or it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for him. Swiss Phil on the stage. I believe you're right. Yes, Gemma in the world's cool. I think it's kind of crazy for me that... Yeah, look, I'm buzzing to see 5 women at the World Championship this year. That's brilliant. I'm not sure, Joe, on that. I'll try and find out. And Aiden, she's all but there. So the only way Gemma could be overtaken is if Kirsty Vinakainen wins the event. That's the only way. But even then, if Gemma gets to the quarterfinals, I'm not sure on the countback situation. But yeah, the only way Gemma couldn't is if Kirsty Vinakainen wins the event. Can Dirk and Aspinall meet in the final? Good question. Let me get... they are in different halves. So, yes, they could meet in the final. Oh, Dirk's Make Your Ears Bleed walk on is on. I think this is the last women's series. Am I right in saying that? I believe this is the last block of women's series. And I think he does the form Campbell Bates. The thing is, I agree, but there is a but. I think Matt Campbell is one of those players that, for me, he has such a high ceiling. I appreciate we don't see enough of it. But look, would I be surprised if Matt Campbell hooked it up and won a Pro Tour? No, I wouldn't. I think the only way that happens is if Owen Bates manages to keep his card. I think, Joel, and I don't know this, this is just from the outsider looking in. I think Matt struggles massively with the travelling and the commuting to and from the UK all the time, leaving his family at home. I think that's his biggest issue. Like, he said it in the interview, he almost didn't go to New York this year because he wanted to be at home with the family. I disagree on that. Look, don't get me wrong, Keane is a very good player, but I think me personally, I think Matt Campbell has a higher ceiling than Keane Barry. I agree. He's mint. Start to the year. Teresa, what have you missed? Peter Wright into the quarterfinals, beating Cameron Menzies. Danny Noppert beating Gerwyn Price in a last leg decider. Van Veen brilliant in beating Clayton. Aspinall averages 110. Wattimena averages 111. There's been some really good games. Yet Gates is in the Worlds. So the North American contingent going to this year's World Championships will be Alex Spellman, your Continental Cup winner, Leonard Gates, Stowe Bunce, Adam Savada and David Cameron are your 5 North Americans heading to Muswell Hill, to Alexandra Palace. Dirk and Martin Schindler both enjoying that walk-on far too much. How are we doing, Sean? Yeah, it's been a great event. Yeah, I agree. 5 really good players. Really good. And Dirk is underway. Looking forward to seeing Spellman play. Surprised Lauby isn't there. Yeah, look, I think that Danny struggled a little bit. Danny's a class player though. If he keeps playing like this, Wattimena could be among the favourites. Yeah, look, he's playing really well. Leg 1, Dirk not quite at the levels he was last night, which was mad. Dirk headbanging, yeah, Dirk was loving it. Matt Edgar tells a really good story about when Dirk offered him a lift, and Matt thought, yeah, that's good, that gets me out of jail. It went so wrong. Asked me what mean quite funny. Yeah, it could be good. Schindler has broken Dirk. Dirk couldn't miss yesterday. He's let leg 1 slip. Would you ever say Gates is 54? He looks, but yeah. Beside the 2 Lukes, who would be your favourite or even dark horse? I think Price will be in the mix. Maybe Van Veen, but again, I spoke about this yesterday, James, and I think for me there's only a handful of people that can win the Worlds, and that's not because they're not good players. It's the mentality of having to play well for 3 weeks. That on any given day, can one of them beat the other one? Absolutely, because the standard is mint. But it's that 3 tournament breakdown. Pre-Christmas, 2 games. Post-Christmas, between that and New Year, 2 games. 3 games after New Year. It's that mentality of having to play well for those periods of time. And I think the ones that have done it know how to do it. When is Luke Littler playing? Luke's not playing this tournament, buddy. Who's the best throw in darts? Oh, Anderson's up there. Don't think you can rule out MVG, mate, because they've done it before and know how to. James, yes, I agree. I don't look. You'd have to have them in there. Yeah, Van Veen. I appreciate Van Veen has yet to win a game on that stage, but the way he's playing this year, I don't see him. Look, you never know, but yeah. Look, Nathan Peter played lovely. The last two days he's played really well. Schindler 2-0 up on Dirk, and Dirk is a long way from those numbers he was posting yesterday, which were absolutely sensational. He's not hit those heights yet. He's going to have to put the afterburners on. Look, he should have won leg one, but didn't. And now he has got questions. If Bo continues to play the way she does, she can be talked about. I think I agree. I think she'll go furthest out of the ladies that is there. Again, especially in those early rounds. Can she beat anyone? 100%. I'm not sure if she can win it yet. Look, could Bo be the first to win the men or the Open World Championship? Yeah, I think so. But it's a learning curve as well. Maybe a silly question. Why did Callan? I don't know the precise reasons. He put I love Callan to bits. Such a top lad. That he put a thing on his Instagram. That's better from Dirky Boy. Takes out the 1-2-4. That he said, I'm not going to go into it, but family comes first. So yeah, look, Fallon just starting to play well again, which is good. No, I think Liverpool win today. It's on Peter's side, to be fair. Yeah, the draw on the November the 24th is going to be huge. Does that finish spark Dirk van Duijvenbode into life? He's been lacklustre so far. Yeah, 100%. No, she's playing some good stuff, which is great, James. But Schindler is going to get a look at the big fish. Again, both of them just not firing yet. Um, 65 for Schindler to hold, and does miss chance there from both players. They both had opportunities. I love that. He who must not be named. So, Schindler, can he keep Dirk at bay, or can Dirk find that scoring power that he had yesterday? Because he was frankly unplayable yesterday. He could not miss. But need to visit here to just give Schindler something to think about. Otherwise, Schindler will be looking to attack the throw of Dirk. Cannot go a double break down. That would be somewhat of a disaster. Tops for another ton topper for Dirk. Doesn't go. So 1-2-1 for Shindiggity. Do we like the way you're working? Trouble 17 leaves the ball. Bullseye! Missed. Oh, Villa have equalised. I think it's Morgan Rogers. Dirk does hold. I'm not sure on that. Should he get beat from there? Not convinced on Vicario there. It's not in the corner. Dirk cannot make an impression at the moment on the Schindler throw. I'm not sure, Malika. I'm not sure. It's a good strike, I'll give him that, but it's not in the corner. So Schindler looking at 87 for a 4-2 lead over the Aubergenius. It is. Good innings for England. They could really beat India here. Nice. Alright, I've not got the cricket on at the moment. Got the darts and the football on. Schindler is just sticking with him here. $118. That's better from Dirk, but misses on the outside, but will still be back. Schindler not on a finish, but he is now. He is going to pile the pressure on this double eight, but Dirk is up to it. This game just warming up now. Dirk going through the gears here. But 180 for Shindiggity. Afternoon, Mark. Hope you are good. Just went out for Sunday lunch or a pint. What did you have? What was on the lunch offering, buddy? Beef, nice. Ref nearly got an assist. That may just give Dirk an opportunity here to just apply some pressure. Would like another treble. Look, this ton all of a sudden is just got a little bit more difficult for Schindler. Tops. He's given Dirk a chance. Is this the break back opportunity for Van Duijvenbode? He's going to get a dart at tops if he keeps this one straight. And he's missed. He's had a chance there. Dirk had a dart to break back. Oh, but Schindler has made a mess of it. Shindiggity, we don't like the way you're working. So Van Duijvenbode now has 3 clear for 4 all. Last dart in hand. And Dirk has missed 4 to break back. Cannot be giving Schindler those chances. 4 darts is unforgivable from Van Duijvenbode. But Schindler has done the same. This match has taken a dramatic twist here. Oh, in leg 8, Van Duijvenbode has now missed 7 to break. Surely Schindler doesn't miss this time. Mark leg 8 down either way. And Schindler 5-3. He's on the hill. But Dirk will be absolutely livid. Livid with himself. Now he's going to have to run 3 on the spin. Doable, but he's going to have to find something. That was the leg. Leg 8. The chances were there for Dirk, and he couldn't take them. So, 129 is not an easy out. So, if Schindler can apply some pressure, he may get a match-winning opportunity here. Again, he would have liked another treble there. Dirk leaves double 18, but he may not get a go. Is this the chance for Schindler to win it here and now? Who's the best? Oh, I've done that one, sorry. Match start missed by Shindiggity. Dirk takes us to another leg. Leg 10. But now Schindler has the darts to book his place in the quarterfinals. It's a big last dart because it forces Dirk into 2 treble visits. And he obliges. Shindy, will he feel the pressure here? Ooh, is that a chance? No treble, and Dirk can pounce. And he has pounced. This is a break-back opportunity. Remember, Dirk would have the darts in the decider if we go that far. It's a 140 from Schindler, but it may not be enough depending on this visit. It might though be. No treble from Dirk, and that's the slip. It's back to advantage Schindler. The 140 to leave 64. The trebleless visit didn't leave Dirk a finish. So now the Dutchman will have to watch. Will have to wait. And he'll have to hope Schindler misses. One dart at tops for Schindler. Match dart missed. Dirk van Duijvenbode to break and send us to a decider. We are going the distance. Schindler has missed one match dart. He is now second favourite because Dirk has the darts in this deciding leg. Love that, Malik. I love that. Dirk, remember, every treble Dirk hits, it forces Schindler into doing something better. But when you don't hit a treble, it opens the door. It gives your opponent hope. Now Dirk needs to respond. And respond he is. The 140, 220. What can Schindler do here? Another treble would be nice. Both of them poised. It's all about the setup play here. Whose setup is going to be better? And it looks as if Schindler, Dirk, no treble, leaves a big outshot. However, Martin Schindler is going to be lower. How much lower though? 96, good use of the board. 164 Dirk, 96 Schindler. Who would you rather be right now? The 164 is not going to go. And 3 trebleless visits in the deciding leg has gift wrapped the chance to Schindler. But he's not going to get a dart. But again, Dirk's trebleless visit leaves him a ton. It doesn't guarantee him a dart to win this. But that does. Dirk van Duijvenbode has stolen it in the end. It got messy. It got nervous. But Schindler not getting a dart at a double in 6 from 201 is his undoing. But Dirk, when he needed to, completed the mission. So Dirk into the quarterfinals. Coming up next, Dave Chisnall against Ricky Evans. Remember, if Chisnall wins, he is going to go dark green. If he loses, he's then relying on Ricky Evans not winning the tournament. So, fate in his own hands. Remember, if Chisnall wins, Rob Cross will drop to the number 32 seed. Meaning he will play the number 1 seed, Nathan Aspinall. So, we have got 2 more locked in. Nathan Aspinall will be the number 1 seed for Dortmund. Martin Schindler will be the number 2 seed. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 are all locked in. They cannot be caught. Chisnall wins this. I'm interested to see which version of Dave Chisnall turns up. See which version of the Chisnall throw we get. There should be at least a limit. To who's allowed on TV. I'll tell you what, Brandon, we'll give you a little time out until you can learn to be nice to people. So Chizzy has won the ball. Yeah. Yeah, I completely. Look, I don't mind. I don't mind a bit of banter and so on, but there's no need to be rude. I will be doing the Slam one, and as a brand, we will be doing the World Qualifier. It won't be me on the 1st of November. Dan will be doing it. Exactly. Look, being kind and being considerate doesn't cost anything. Excuse me. I say I don't mind some bants and whatever, but being rude to people, there's just no need. Morning, Wayne. Hope you are good, mate. Good luck with Spurs. Yeah, 1-1 at half time. Mark, thank you very, very much for the super like, my friend. Thank you very much for the support. Massively appreciate that. Again, we thank you all, absolutely rocking it. So yeah, obviously last European Tour event, we've got the last Pro Tours the end of the month, but then we've got the Slam qualifier, we've got the World qualifier, so much going on. Also, we will release more information soon, but we are going to be doing a live watch along from London for the World Final. Dan and myself are just finalising the details. It is going to be very near Waterloo Station. For those that want to come along. Obviously, we've got the Live Lounge live from Ilkeston at Mace and Charlotte's, the wonderful Prince of Wales. And then we are also going to have something for the World Final in London, which, although I won't be on the screen and part of it, as a brand, I'm really excited for this. Really excited indeed. Wouldn't you love to be that bloke who donated 20k to the fella personally? 100%. So, yeah, we will release details very soon, but if you are in London and haven't got tickets for the World Final, second best option, we've got you covered. How are we doing? What's up, all those from Australia? Nice, mate. Whereabouts in Oz are you? What's my thoughts on the next game? I think Ricky might just snatch it. Look, a lot will depend on what version we get of Chisnall and so on. But I'd be more... If I was having a punt, I would be more favouring Ricky. Is Littler going to be there next week? Yeah, Littler will be there. Sydney, nice, my friend, nice. Great to have you in. Australia is on my list of places that I really want to get to. But I hope you are well. Thanks for joining us. Massively appreciate it. Right, can we? We don't need this promo. Can we just get on with the darts? I get these could be over in the blink of an eye, but an cheeky little early finish would be good, mate. It is my pleasure to do this. One on my bucket list is the Steve Irwin Zoo. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool, Johnny. I agree. You are very... Thank you, mate. Like I say, I'll just try and give my honest opinion and any information that I can pass on or say. Can't obviously repeat everything, but at times. Chisnall is the favourite. Interesting. Like I say, I think both are flaky. Both have flaws. But if I'm trusting one of the actions more than the other, it would be Ricky's over Chizzy's. But the number 9 seed, Dave Chisnall, Swissville on the stage. $13-10 Evans. I'd take that. I believe Chizzy got the juice today. Right. Let's see if Ricky's walking out to that horrific song he picked yesterday. Let's... Oh, we'll turn that straight back off again. That is horrific, Ricky. Afternoon, hope you are good. What makes anyone think that this is better than Like a Prayer? Big Johnny, have a word with HQ, will you? Yeah, have a word with HQ that is absolutely horrific. Gemma has so Gemma Hayter is officially at the Worlds. I'll bring it up at the AGM. Good work. Just don't dunk them for too long. So, are you watching it? Yes, mate. I've got Tottenham on the iPad, darts on my laptop. It's on PDC TV, buddy. It's subscription. It costs, I'm not sure what the dollar rate is, but it's 50 quid for the year in English sterling. And for that, you get to watch next year, it'll be all 15 European tours, all 34 Pro Tours, the Women's Series, the Australian Premier League. Actually, you might have to VPN it to watch that, but you get the drift. The CDC stuff for 50 quid or whatever the conversion in Australian dollars is. It is really, really good, mate. Yeah, James, if you've got the VPN. Right, Chizzy is on the stage, so we are ready to rock and roll. Our penultimate match of the session. Dave Chisnall against Ricky Evans. Remember, this is effectively a shootout for the European Championships. If Chisnall wins, he is in. If Evans wins, Chizzy will have to wait and see. So, ready to get this show on the road. Just broke the end of a cocktail. Ow, ouch. Oh, yeah. Right, here we go. Chizzy getting us underway. It is game on time. Remember, Ricky played well yesterday. Chizzy was made to work. Nothing in it yet after a couple of visits. Just having a look at the Chizzy action. Chizzy down to a finish first. 1, 2, 4. Ricky Evans, what pressure can he put on this? Needs to go to the 18s here and does. He's down to a finish, but it's still advantage Chisnall. Bullseye. Would have been a little pop, pop, pop finish for Dave Chisnall, but he misses the ball, but the 164 is not going to go. Evans leaves tops and just says to Chizzy, you better not miss. You better not miss. And Chisnall says, don't worry, pal, I won't. Noticed this yesterday as well, that Chizzy, when going for a double, has just developed this little step back, almost like Rob Cross. That there is time to compose himself. Rapid, Ricky to win, quite local to me. Nice, you're obviously local to Kettering then. Chisnall bangs in his first max. The Ricky Evans throw is under some pressure here. Chizzy, averaging 96. This is good from Chizzy. Ricky Evans, not at the races at the moment, only averaging 76, but 180 gets him back in this, but it's still advantage Chisnall on the Evans throw. Tops for 2-0. David Chisnall is 2-0 to the good. It's a break of throw. Ricky Evans has work to do, and a lot of work. What do you think about Dita? Agree or disagree? Disagree. Look, I've got no problem with her stance or anything like that on it. But you sign up to play in that tournament. You know you could play Noah Lynn. For me, it's if you want to protest and boycott in that way, then boycott the tournament. Because the other way I look at it is that I know it hasn't here, but spots in major tournaments could be decided on the money gained by someone forfeiting. So let's just play devil's advocate. I know it hasn't happened, but that extra £200 that Noah Lynn received, say Gemma Hayter had missed out on a world spot by 200 quid from a game that was forfeited. Do you know what I mean? So I've got no issue with standing up for what you believe in and so on, but I don't agree with forfeiting once you've started the tournament. Does that kind of make sense? County standard, Ricky has turned up. Yeah, he's not firing at all. Only averaging 78. He's 3-0 down. Now, Chisnall's playing okay here. Averaging 97. This is good from the Chizzy Rascal. Oh, what a save that is from Ebby Martinez. Oh. Evans needs to get something on the board here. Something to hang on to. Yeah, 100%, sorry. So like I said, I've got no issue with that. That's her stance on it, and a lot agree with her. But if you know that you could, and ultimately, it might cost Dieter money, because I'm pretty sure that there will be a DRA referral for it. Ricky Evans, 65 for his first leg. Misses. Gives Chisnall a look at the 144. This would be for a double break. Doesn't go. Ricky Evans has a leg on the board. Look, the Chisnall average has just dropped a little. Ricky's not. Ricky's still around that high 70 mark. He's Ricky Evans. Awakening here. Just asking a few questions, Ricky Evans now. He seems to have awoke. Chisnall not on a finish. So Ricky Evans has got 6. And that's fabulous. Ricky Evans, has he just woken up here? Chizzy's levels have dropped. Evans have increased. And like ships in the night, they are just passing each other. But Evans has missed 2 darts to break back. Ooh. Oh my. Oh my, Dave Chisnall. He has thrown an absolute honker of a first dart, but recovered it with tops. Oh, the Chizzy Rascal. Dart 1 is an absolute stinker. But the rescue job. I wish Jamie Simmons would just blooming shoot. And we get a little Johnny Clayton finger point from the Chizzy rascal. Evans will be livid with himself. Dita doing it the way she does creates more attention for her cause. Agreed, it does create attention, Johnny, but at what, like, she's going to get a DRA refer. It's not like the WDF where they don't refer people and so on. She will get referred. And ultimately, I think the PDC aren't going to change their stance, because if they were going to, they'd have announced it, because the qualification for next year's Women's World Match Play has started. So if it's just going to keep costing her money to do it, Chizzy, one dart for 5-1 here. Well, technically, Johnny, they can't now change it for next year because the qualification criteria has started. So are they going to change it after next year's World Match Play? Yeah, and that's my point, Rob, is 100% that if they were going to make that change, it needed to be after the World Match Play this year, because this year's has already started. 5-1 Dave Chisnall, and yeah, Noah Lynn already has 2,400 on that ranking. Dave Chisnall, one away from victory here. Ricky Evans will be disappointed. On certain things, yes, Johnny, I agree. But with this, I might be wrong, but this leaves them open to potential players taking it to CAS and so on, because the qualification has started. But Dave Chisnall looking just to seal this. Ricky Evans needs to up his levels. That he'll be gutted with this performance, because he played beautifully yesterday, but now he is a million miles off. The other thing as well, Johnny, is that we know with the DRA you'll get a fine for your first offence, and then normally it's upped for your second, third, fourth, and so on. That it could end up costing a lot of money. Ricky Evans has missed the ball for the 167. Chizzy may be forced into another leg here. Leaves topped if Evans misses. He doesn't. Double 8 is pinned 2-5. It will be, I haven't got the rule book in front of me, Johnny, but it will be failing to fulfil a fixture. Remember when Duzzer forfeited, when he was going through and so on, he was referred to the DRA and so on. If you're timed out, you get referred to the DRA for not playing. I haven't got the rule book in front of me, but by not playing that game, I can't remember what the exact wording is, but you definitely break a rule. Yeah, Chizzy playing better. Look, he's still not free-flowing Dave Chisnall, but he is playing better at the moment. Now the treble here. I can't remember, John. I'm not sure if they've even published the case notes from that yet, but I know from when I spoke to Glenn, he got referred. Dave Chisnall wins 6-2. The Chizzy Rascal is through. Couldn't she's claimed to be ill or injured. It's a little bit hard when you've still played the next tournament though. Nice, good stuff. Love it. Yeah, Ricky Evans not at the races at all. Let's... Told you Chizzy had the juice. How we doing, Brock? Been at work, not a problem. What would you consider... Oh, I don't know, Brock, to be fair. Let me have a think about that. It's up there. Wait a minute. Let me just, Johnny. I've got the rule book here. Let me dig it out. We'll see if I can see how I can find it. trying to find which one it is or the wording of it. Ratajski has won the ball, everyone, against Ryan Joyce. It wasn't great from him. Persons banned to the Delray rule shall continue to be banned by and required to comply with the rules unless the following person. No, not that one. I know it's in here somewhere. Prior to the closing date. Not that one. Nice. Yeah, Bo absolutely rocking it at the moment. God, this rule book's big. Didn't realise how big. Trying to find it. Without sitting down and going through it all, Johnny, I'll try and find it in the break. Exactly how it, I'm not sure how it's worded, so I'm not sure of the exact wording of it. But we are back ready to rock and roll. Pictures are there. Ratajski is on the stage, but the good news is the field is now set. Everyone is in dark green for the European Championships. Rob Cross is locked as number 32 seed. He cannot move. I'm just looking at Johnny. It could be disruptive behaviour at an event because you've disrupted the draw. It could be that one. Right, we are underway. Ratajski, Bowen Fallon could be in the semi. Cool. Right, Ratajski against Joyce. Johnny, I've got it. So it is forfeiting a match. It is DRA rule 3.1 and 3.8. And Spurs are behind at home. Treat yourself. .106. Ratajski takes out. That's superb. (1-0) to the Polish Eagle. Yeah, no, it's at Wembley. Ratajski needs something here. So, Ratajski's played well recently. He's back into some form, which is good. But Ryan Joyce also in form. 137 to leave 70. So, bullseye for Ratajski for 2-0. Doesn't go. Ryan Joyce will go 9 for double 16. That's his MO. Just looking at the numbers here, Brian Joyce. Ratajski leaving a bogey number. Not the best idea. Because Joyce will get a look. We know he likes a big finish. Oh, hello. We said he likes one. Oh. Not going to go. So, Ratajski 72 to level us up. Sorry, to lead once more. Who are you predicting? I'm going to wait till the draw's finalised, Kieran. Ratajski's finishing has been exceptional here. Going to wait until everyone's locked in place because there's a couple of potential brutal bits of that draw. I'm making sure that who's in the right section, right half of the draw and that. Yeah, Ryan Joyce in control here. Alright, I will be in Dortmund, yes mate. Flying Thursday morning into Düsseldorf. So far, we've had quite dominant holds of throw here. $70 for Joyce. $8 for Joyce. You just know, don't you? It just doesn't miss. Doesn't miss. It's about an hour on the train, Kieran. The problem is there's no direct flights from the UK to Dortmund anymore. Joyce averaging 99, Ratajski 94. It is good. Yeah, there was only ever, I think there was only ever one route anyway. I think it was Stansted direct to Dortmund on Ryanair, but they've got rid of it. So literally, there's nothing that you can't get to Dortmund direct. So I think it's Düsseldorf or Cologne are the nearest two. Ratajski, that's twice he's left a bogey in this tie. But again, going to get away with it because he's that far in front. Tees up double 16. Got an Elton John lookalike in the crowd. Joyce, 1-2-1. Treble, 17 would leave the ball. Not going to go. So, Ratajski to lead this one once more. And Ratajski does lead. All of a sudden, it's a bit of an off start to this leg. Ratajski has a chance to potentially break. He'd love another treble, and that's exactly what he's done. Remember, we will be back live at 6, cup collection time. On the European Tour. Not too bad, Kieran, not too bad at the moment. Soldiering on through. That's what we do. At least I'm not up late tonight. I can get a decent night's kip. 4-0. So 120 for Ratajski would put him within a few of victory and give him a 2-leg cushion. Tops. And he pins it. Ratajski's finishing has been deadly. Two legs away. And he kicks off 177. Ratajski is just outscoring Ryan Joyce at the moment, giving himself more opportunities. When did the long throw come back into fashion as well? How we doing, Scott? Hope you are good. No worries, mate. We'll give you one after this. Ratajski just looking to set up this 208. It's Arsenal. What, set piece FC? Yeah, Polish Eagle is flying at the moment. Absolutely flying. Been very good from him. Double 16. 5-2. Ratajski on the cusp of the quarterfinals. He's outscored Ryan Joyce here. Ryan Joyce, when he's 2 from 2, when he's got to go. But that's the issue. He's not scored heavy enough to give himself that chance. I'd like to see Van Veen or Dirk win. I'd like to see one of them win a Euro Tour. Great couple of wins for Snakey. Completely. But Ratajski now, what he'd give for a 2 treble visit just to get him to a finish. Look, I think it's a real tough game to call. But I prefer watching Van Veen to Noppert. They're both nice guys, but I prefer watching Van Veen. Treble needed from Ratajski here. Finds one. He's down to a finish. He's already taken out 120 in this tie. Is he going to do it again? How are we doing? Ashley, hope you're good, mate. $120 for Ratajski. Tops. Match dart missed. Has Muscat turned it down then, James? Or are they looking elsewhere? And a rare miss. Ratajski. And Christoph Ratajski does seal victory. So today or this afternoon's winners, Danny Noppert beat Gerwin Price. Van Veen beat Johnny Clayton. Aspinall, 110 average to beat Lennon. Jermaine Wattimena, 111 average to beat Nijman. Peter Wright beat Cameron Menzies. Duijvenbode survived match darts to beat Martin Schindler. Dave Chisnall booked his place in Dortmund by seeing off Ricky Evans. And Christoph Ratajski has just beaten an out of sorts Ryan Joyce. Remember, everyone, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Massively appreciate everything. And we will be live from 6 p.m. It is Cup Collection time. The final European Tour event of 2025. But who is going to take that title? Join us live and we will find out. I've been Phil Bars. We have been Online Darts. We'll see you all in a few hours' time.